Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. John Gordon, Ducks Unlimited communications specialist, then is my co-host, and I'm going to let him introduce a segment real soon because there's no Frank Barton here to compete with today, John. So
hard to compete with Frank, man.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with Frank. That's right.
That velvet voice, man.
Yeah, but we're going to switch gears here. We're talking about the Bassmaster Classic. We're going to still talk fishing a little bit, John, but it's different style fishing, and a big event's going on this weekend over in God's country, John. I'm sorry to say, but Mountain Home, Arkansas, something that I've went to early on. This is the 26th year for the Sow Bug Roundup. And when I said sow bug, John wanted to know, well, this has nothing to do with razorbacks and sows and pigs and stuff like that. And who better to tell us about it and give us an update on what's going on fishing-wise than our own Outdoors with Larry Ray trout fishing guide on the Little Red, the Spring, and the White River, in the North Fork of the White River, is John Berry. Good morning, John.
Morning, Larry. How are you?
We're doing fine. I'm gallbladder's gone, and I'm doing fine. So I'm recovering fine. I didn't know if you might want that as some kind of something.
No, no, I don't need any mementos.
Okay, no mementos. But tell us about the Sow Bug Roundup. You're right there. Tell us what it is.
Well, it's a fly tying show, and I'm sitting here in my booth tying flies and giving them to folks and talking about fishing. I did a seminar on fishing here, and I'm going to do one on fishing in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. All right. And so it's a 3-day event now. So this Saturday, so it's going on today, started at 9 this morning, I think, and goes to 4 this afternoon. And then, folks, you can still head over to Mountain Home, be back tomorrow, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But it's not. You really have a group of fly tyers. These are some good people. I mean, so talk about what can you expect when you come over there. You don't. There's no vendors. The way I understand it, you don't call these.
There are vendors, but
they're more exhibitions. I mean, you're over there to teach, isn't it? I mean, it's a teachable event, right?
Right. We have over 100 fly tyers coming in. Now, they don't all tie at once, but usually you can come in here and there's 40 or 50 tyers at any time. And if you sit there and watch them tie, like if you come and watch me tie, I give you that fly. You walk away with it. So it's a great way to learn because some of the top tyers in the United States are here.
They come to Mountain Home, and if I remember, and John is on the committee, so he'll take me out, that the first one had like 20 tyers and maybe 150 people. And now...
Yeah, and it was held in Cotter.
It was held in Cotter. Yes, that's right. Yeah, because I stayed at another place up there called Gaston's. I remember when I went up there to it. But now you're going to have 1,000 people or more this weekend.
1,000 people, 150 tires.
From all over? These tires, they come from not just the area in Arkansas. These are people that I know in the past you've had some of the biggest names there is, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year we had Dave Whitlock, which was one of the better tires.
Yes, right. That's right.
Tires.
Yeah.
This year we have Fred Dupree, who won the Buzz Buzek Award, which is given to the top fly tire by the Federation of Fly Fishers.
Wow, and he's there.
Yeah, and he's. I just talked to him.
Okay.
And but the whole deal is you just get in there and you find somebody that's tying something you're interested in. You get a chair, you pull it up in front of him, and you sit there and watch him and talk to him and say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And every fly tyer in there will teach you something.
Well, could they teach you? Can they teach you patience? I mean, me and John have talked about it because when I see our great club here in Memphis, the Mid-South Fly Fishers, and they'll be at one of our local shows, and they're tying, and people are walking by and drinking their Slurpees and all these different kind of things, and yet the concentration for them is there. So you got to be able to be patient about this thing and concentration. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, my wife is a lovely person, but she is no flat tire.
Oh,
okay? She doesn't have the patience.
Oh, I got to make sure Lori hears this. I mean, but she is the better fisher person now, right? I mean, you've told me.
Well, she's definitely the better caster.
Okay, the better caster. Okay, well, that counts
Better
a lot.
caster, but she is a renowned fly mooch.
A what? A
Fly mooch.
A fly moocher? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
she'll go through here and get one from every tire and put it in her little box.
Oh, and she hasn't tied any of them then. So.
And she hadn't tied squat.
So it's possible. So if anybody comes up there today or tomorrow, that they'll be able to get some ties. I mean, flies. I mean, is this possible?
Yeah. Well, most of the guys, if you sit there and watch them tie, they'll give you one.
Wow. Okay.
And not everybody, but I know if you stop by in front of my booth, I'll give you one.
You will. So how long does it take you to tie a fly?
Well, what I do is I tie it's a fly called a green butt.
What? A green butt? A
green butt.
Okay, butt. Okay, I got that. I don't know if
it takes me about 5 minutes to tie one.
5 minutes. Now you've tied a few of those in your lifetime. Those green butts.
Yeah, a few thousand. Yeah. Now, also some days I bring the stuff and tie one of my brother Dan Berry's special flies called Dan's Turkey Tail Emerger.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
So as an homage to him, some days I tie his fly and some days I tie my fly.
But so you pay, it's $10 to get in or something like that. I mean,
$10 for all 3 days.
And then the kids are free, like 12 or something.
Right, and if you bring a child with you, your admission is free.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah.
So what
doesn't have to be your own then? Okay, doesn't have to be your own. Just grab a child and go in there.
Just go downstairs or out in a park and kidnap somebody and bring them.
There you go.
But the idea is to get the youth involved.
And that's one of the things that John and his late brother Dan Berry and their Berry Brothers Guide Service was always been involved in that. And that's why I wanted to get John on the show today to not only talk about the Salbug Roundup, which is going on now in Mountain View, Arkansas, which is a great place to be in the spring with everything blooming out and things like that, but it's also in the heart of some great trout fishing, a great place to be. So let's get a quick report from you, John, about what's going on trout fishing over in your area.
Well, I went out last weekend. I worked 3 days, and the water was high, and it was cold, but we still caught a pretty good amount of trout every day.
Well, what are we doing here then? Is this generation-wise? I know we've had a lot of rain.
Generation-wise, yeah, we had a lot of spring rain, so the rivers are high right now.
Okay, yeah.
But the fish are still there. So we're not waiting. We're fishing from a boat.
Okay.
But we're catching plenty of trout.
Using what primarily now?
Okay. The hot rig has been spaghetti and meatballs.
Let's go over that again because John Gordon is laughing here right now. One of my favorite things. The hot rig for fishing right now is spaghetti and meatballs.
Right, and that's San Juan worms and eggs.
San Juan worms and eggs. Okay, John, you get that, John?
I got it.
You understand it now. It's not something you go by Colettas or Garibaldi's and get. Okay, so all right.
Although you could do that and bring it for me, but
bring it
anyway. the meatball is the egg pattern, which is round.
That's right.
And then above it you have a San Juan worm, which looks
I know
like
what that.
spaghetti.
Yeah. So are we catching size now? Or this being late March. I mean, what's
Now, I was fishing further down, and we were catching numbers, but we weren't getting size. So we went back up and fished the dam on Monday, which is, up there above Gaston's, and we were catching bigger fish there.
So we're talking about the White River, folks. If you're not familiar, That's John is located in Cotter, Arkansas there. So we're talking primarily the White, and we're also talking about the North Fork of the White in those areas. But I've always heard that are the browns, are you able to catch some browns, or are you mostly getting rainbows? Well,
the browns were spawning all winter, so they were up there at the dam where I was fishing from November 1 through January 31. And now they got a lot of pressure up there in February, so they're starting to work their way downstream.
Okay. All right. Well, tell our listeners out there how they could get in touch with you folks to set up a guide trip with you and Lori and maybe learn a little fly fishing at the same time. Tell them where they can get information.
Okay. You can call me at 870-435-2169 or go on my website, BerryBrothersGuides.com.
And that's Berry, folks. Berry Brothers, yes, Guides.com. John Berry, thank you, buddy. Y'all have a great weekend up there and everything, and keep tying those flies, okay? All right.
Yes, sir. I'm going right back at it right now.
Do it, buddy.
I got 2 guys waiting on me.
All right. See ya. Thanks, John.
All right.
All right. That's the sow bug roundup going up at Mountain Home, Arkansas, and he can tie a fly in 5 minutes.
He's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now whether it'll catch fish or not depends on who's throwing the cast.
I bet it does.
I bet it does.
John,
but you got to know how to cast.
You do.
Cast it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm still learning. I don't know if I'm able to learn or not. All right, Shelby, how we doing? All right, we got 1 minute here. I can probably. That's 1 minute. It's just gone, just like that. Silence. Sound of silence.
I wonder if there's a lasagna lure they got going on up there, or maybe like
ravioli lure,
fettuccine Alfredo.
Ooh, spaghetti meatballs is good though. Yeah, I had some of those Sunday, and they didn't agree with me, but they were great. All right,
yeah.
Let's take a break. Then we're going to talk DU a little bit here. A big Green Week event coming in, and we just had a little fellow going in our studio here, not talking about his dad. Okay, all right. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.